Hi there, I'm Becky Amble, and I want to share some ideas with you using NotebookLM. It is a Google product, and I don't know if you are familiar with it, so let's take a look and see what you think. First of all, you would log in, move a little bit of this. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so you will do a search and you will go to NotebookLM. First thing you do is get there, try NotebookLM. And I already have a document ready to go, but what you would do is you would go to create new, and then you would upload your source, and you would click on that, and it has to be a PDF, text, markdown, or something. So depending on what you're doing, you would go find that document. I'm not going to go through that process because you know how to do that. Anyway, I'm going to close that down, and now I'm going to go over to this document where we already have it set up. And because I was trying to think of something I could use to show you this, I decided, well, why don't I upload my recent book, Mastering Artificial Intelligence for the Busy Professional. And here it kind of came up with a slightly different name. And over here, you can see the summary and some of the key points in the book. And then here is the whole entire manuscript. So to keep this simple, I'm going to just say, write a summary of this book. Pretty simple, straightforward direction for this. That will take not too long. And you can see here, it says, based on the provided excerpts from the book, here's some information. And where was that bell ringing? Okay. And it says introduction to AI, topics that are covered in the book. And you'll see that AI concepts, getting started, effective prompts, and so on. So these are basically the key points in the book, and they have made a summary. So what I also thought was, all right, well, this is a longer document. And by the way, right here, you see the little icon that says copy. You can do that. You can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm not going to do anything more. I'm just going to say, please all right, so please boil this summary down to one page. And let's see how it does on that little order. Again, it's going to reference the book and what it's doing. And so then it says, okay, key topics. And let's go see. That looks a little bit long. Let's take a copy of this. That is now copied. Let's go over to a blank Microsoft Word document and paste it in and see what it looks like. Whoa, that is too long. The other time I did it, it did a much better job. So what we're going to do is probably give it another prompt and say, this is too long, shorten it to one. Let's see if it can do it better this time. Because last time I did this, unfortunately, I deleted the video and lost it all. All right, so let's just see how this one looks. It looks like it's shortened up some of the content, but I'm not really sure. So let's go here, copy it. Now we're going to go over to our Word doc, excuse me, and we're going to have to do a new document, paste it in, and take a look. Boy, that one is too long as well. Well, I'm not going to fuss with this anymore. You could go back and forth and back and forth. I could cut out some of this beginning chat. What I was going to show you is typically what I do. The last time I did this, it was just over a page, and I went in and tweaked it, and lo and behold, it was perfect. Well, let's just see here. So I go to the page setup, and I'm going to do 0.5 on the top and 0.5 on the bottom because I don't really think that affects the readability much. And let's go back and see what it looks like now. So it is still into 2 pages. And all I can tell you, so last time I did it, unfortunately, I deleted that video. It worked out to 1 page, after I changed the margins and did just a couple little edits. So this one, we could go back and forth and we could tell it how many words or how many characters. I'm going to skip that part for now. All I want you to know is that you can put in a document, you can have it summarize it, you can tell it, give me the key points, you can tell it if there was a different kind of a document, you could have it give you action items if it was meeting notes or something like that. So you can use NotebookLM for a number of things. In this case, it let me down here and didn't condense this into one page, which is really kind of odd because it's been able to do that in the past. Anyway, you get the concept and you can see how you can make use of this and try it out. And you could have a number of documents and you could have that all summarized into one document. You could have like what I did here with a book, and this book is over 200 pages. So to summarize that is a pretty good task for it. And like I said, the other time I did this and made my video, somehow I thought that video was goofed up, so I deleted it. That's the game we play. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you use NotebookLM for doing things like summaries and generating different documents, repurposing some of the things that you do, articles, blogs, or whatever. And hopefully you'll be able to make use of this. Let me know how it goes.